Welcome back to Project Aviate. Today we're taking you on a journey that very few people on Earth ever get to experience. The launch of a US Navy A-18 Super Hornet from the deck of an aircraft carrier. This isn't just about the jet. It's about the ship, the crew, the pilot, and the sheer power of naval aviation. Every sound, every flash of light, every burst of steam, and every decision counts. So buckle up, because we're going to walk through the entire launch sequence, step by step, as if you were standing right there on the deck, feeling the rumble under your boots and the ocean wind against your face. Imagine the massive silhouette of an American aircraft carrier cutting through the waves at sunrise. The sea is calm, but the deck is alive with motion. Crew members in colorful jerseys, each color with a specific role, are already preparing for the morning flight operations. Some are directing jets, some are checking equipment, others are watching carefully from safety stations. The sun rises behind the ship, bathing everything in golden light. This is where the launch of a Super Hornet begins, not in the cockpit, but with hundreds of hands working together. Now zoom your focus onto the star of the show, the A-18 Super Hornet. Parked with wings folded to save deck space, it looks like a sleeping beast. But look closer. Deck crew in green jerseys are checking systems, purple shirts are handling fuel hoses, red shirts are preparing weapons. Every movement is precise, practiced, and absolutely critical. On a carrier, one mistake can cost lives. Around the jet, the air smells of fuel, hydraulic fluid, and the salty ocean breeze. You feel the tension building, because everyone knows what's coming next. As night operations kick in or as early dawn shadows stretch across the deck, you'll see flight deck crew waving bright illuminated wands, their signals glowing against the darkness. The carrier deck is never silent. It roars with jet engines, catapult steam, and shouted commands. But through the chaos, the signalers stand out, glowing guides in the storm, making sure every pilot knows exactly where to go. This is a choreography, a ballet of steel and fire, and the deck crew are the dancers. The Super Hornet is now being armed. Missiles are carefully loaded under the wings, bombs attached to hardpoints, and the pilot systems will soon check every single one. Watching a Hornet being loaded reminds you this is not just a machine for flight, it is a weapon of war. Every missile, every bomb, and every countermeasure pod has a purpose. But for the pilot, this isn't just about destruction, it's about readiness. If the call comes, the jet must be fully capable of carrying out its mission. The precision with which the weapons crew works is astonishing, every pin, every lock, every safety mechanism verified before flight. Now the pilot approaches. Clad in a greenish-brown flight suit, helmet under one arm, survival gear strapped on, he climbs the ladder into the cockpit. As his visor reflects the ocean horizon, you can almost feel the adrenaline coursing through his veins. For him, this is routine, but for anyone watching, it's surreal. The canopy lowers with a mechanical hiss, sealing him into the cockpit. From here on, his world is a mixture of glowing screens, heads-up displays, and the voice of the carrier's control tower in his ears. Step inside the cockpit for a moment. The glow of the HUD fills the pilot's view, green symbology dancing across the canopy glass. Altitude, speed, targeting cues, navigation, all condensed into vital data streams. His gloved hands grip the throttle and stick. The rumble of the jet's twin engines grows louder as they spool up. Every vibration runs through his seat. He's strapped in tight, because the forces about to hit him will throw his body forward like nothing else on Earth. On the deck, the crew begins to guide the Hornet toward the catapult. Steam bursts from vents in the deck, a warning of the raw energy building below. The jet slowly rolls forward, wings now unfolded and locked into place, its nose aligned perfectly with the catapult track. Crew members in yellow jerseys stand directly in front, giving crisp, deliberate hand signals. You feel the anticipation because everyone knows what's next. The jet hooks into the catapult shuttle. Steam clouds rise around the wheels, the nose dips slightly as the system locks. The pilot runs final checks, confirming every system is green. Deck crew crouch low, pointing towards the sky, signaling the launch sequence. This moment is the calm before the storm. The twin engines roar as afterburners ignite. Flames blast from the exhaust, turning the air behind the jet into a shimmering heatwave. The Super Hornet vibrates against its restraints, eager to break free. The sound is a thunderous scream that rattles your chest. Crew members crouch, heads turned away, helmets shaking from the shockwaves. Then launch. In an instant, the jet is hurled down the deck. The catapult slams it forward with 4 Gs of force, the pilot pressed deep into his seat. Steam explodes around the nose gear, trailing in white clouds as the Super Hornet rockets forward. From standing still to airborne in just over 2 seconds, the jet is flung into the open sky. The deck behind disappears, the ocean stretches below, and the jet climbs hard. From above, the scene is breathtaking. The Hornet lifts off with afterburners blazing, climbing past the carrier's bow as the sea glitters beneath. The ship looks like a fortress floating on water, and the jet is now its sword. In the distance, clouds scatter across a perfect blue sky, and the Super Hornet carves a path straight through them. Inside the cockpit, the view changes. The HUD updates with rapid speed, showing altitude climbing, speed pushing past 300 knots in seconds. The pilot adjusts the stick, feeling the jet respond instantly. He is weightless compared to the crushing launch, riding a machine built for speed and agility. The ocean horizon tilts as he banks to starboard, leaving the carrier behind in the distance. Other Hornets join formation, their silhouettes slicing across the sky. From the ground, they look like birds in perfect synchronization, contrails painting white streaks across the blue canvas. In formation, these jets are a symbol of power, discipline, and teamwork. Alone, one Hornet is impressive. Together, they are unstoppable. Watch as one breaks formation, banking hard, afterburners glowing like twin suns. The jet slices downward, then pulls back into a sharp climb, ocean waves reflecting its motion. The agility is unbelievable for an aircraft so powerful. Every move is precise, every roll smooth, every turn a controlled burst of energy. And finally, as the mission winds down, the Hornet climbs into the setting sun. The sky is painted with orange and purple hues, the ocean below shimmering gold. The jet becomes a silhouette, wings spread wide, soaring into the horizon. It's a moment of calm after chaos, beauty after violence, serenity after power. Launching a Super Hornet from an aircraft carrier is more than just pushing a jet off a floating runway. It's a fusion of technology, human skill, and sheer force of nature. It's the combined effort of hundreds of sailors, engineers, and pilots working together in perfect coordination. It's the sound of afterburners, the glow of steam, the rhythm of signals, and the heart-pounding force of a catapult shot. For the pilot, it's the beginning of a mission. For us watching, it's one of the greatest marvels of aviation ever created. This is why naval aviation captures the imagination like nothing else. The carrier is a city at sea, the Super Hornet is its sword, and the crew are the heartbeat that keeps it alive. Witnessing this process is not just watching a plane take off. It's watching the pinnacle of human engineering and teamwork in action, and if you ever wondered what it feels like to launch from a carrier, this is it. That was the experience of launching an A-18 Super Hornet from an aircraft carrier, brought to life through every sight, sound, and motion of the journey. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the heart of naval aviation, make sure to subscribe to Project Aviate because there's a lot more coming your way. From legendary aircraft to futuristic jets, we'll continue bringing the world of aviation closer to you, one story at a time.